because we also had to take a little bit of time to remember what we were doing 2 weeks ago, you may recall, let's see if the people at home can, that the party were trying to have a long rest in a small cave well up in a mountain pass. And as they were sleeping, just before they went to sleep, someone decided to pray to a deity that may or may not exist in this world and made a lot of noise and then went to bed. Unfortunately, that noise attracted the attention of a rather large rock. And by rock, I don't mean the wrestler, and I don't mean the things that mountains are made of. I mean the great big birds that are a bit nasty.
We nearly smelt what it was cooking.
Yeah, you did, nearly. Well, it nearly cooked your character. In fact, but with some fantabulous trickery and rolls and prayer between you and Effie, managed to take the thing out by dive bombing it from 500 feet to the ground below, and then climbing back up the wall. It was pretty interesting. However, when you got back up, there was a bit of an altercation between Yahsob, Kadam, who knows, and Ralph, being that it seems that Yahsob is now possessed by someone else. So that was a bit of a punch-on. And then Taiji did a fancy little catnap spell, and Yahsob went sleepy by. And then Taiji and Effie and Ralph had a bit of a conversation about some people potentially not exactly being from this plane of existence. And then there was a letter read out that was sent from the person who hired you, basically urging you guys to hurry because the Empire is attacking. And that's basically where we left it. So, where we are currently, let's go have a quick look here. So, intro screen. Let's go to the regional map first to give an overview of how far you guys have made it in your journey to go and find this rare mineral that you guys need.
The name of that mineral?
Hey?
So the name of the mineral? Does anybody know? Has it been
It
named?
doesn't actually have one. Like, at least not as far as you guys know. Maybe maybe the dragon you met has a name for it, the one that has the lair where the stuff is located. But
quick one. Are we able to have a dramatic reading of the letter just because it's been 2 weeks? And
another one? Sure. Absolutely.
No, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I just need to find it.
How dramatic do you want when you say dramatic reading? Do you want him to actually go full Shakespeare?
Yes, indeed.
Not happening.
100%.
Right, here we go. So, this is the letter. Adventurers, it is with the utmost urgency I have dispatched a trusted messenger to deliver you this communication. Lord Sternsorrow's fears have been realized. The Empire's reinforced legions have descended upon our outpost in the southern Badlands. The situation is dire, but our forces are holding, for now. I urge you to make haste in completing your mission. It may be our only hope of repelling the Empire's forces and saving our people. For expediency, I've included a recall stone. It will bring you to my location when you have found what we seek. May the gods guide your hands. Gladys Woke. So, the mission we speak of is, as we were discussing, to go and find this rare mineral that you need to... it's basically, you guys have a rare crystalline kind of ore-type stuff at Lord Bruno's mines on near his hometown. That stuff is able to be refined and turned into an incredibly powerful power source, but none of the standard metals that your smiths work with are able to contain that kind of power. Like, you can't just set this into a weapon made of iron. The iron will explode the first time, or overheat, superheat, and melt the first time you try and use it. So this ore is thought to be strong enough to be used as housing and things for these power sources. And it is said to be up somewhere within the mountains and caves of the Northern Ice Wall. So that's where you guys are headed. You left from Bastion, which is Yahsob's hometown. It's mostly a Loxodon town. There are a few other people there. That's a whole thing. We can go through the history of that later. You've been traveling now for 9 days. You reached the entrance to the mountain pass at the beginning of day 7, or around day 6, day 7. So you've been traveling through these mountains now for a few days. At the Knoll encounter, you had some big issues with so Fizz, just so you know, I hardly ever see those things on time in the game log.
Yeah, I gather.
Yeah.
I just figured that's like the only place you might be looking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's kind of where my eyes are. But I just looked over there, so I'm looking at the map. We have fun here. So anyway, Taiji got into a bit of trouble in the fight you guys had with all the Gnolls and the Gnoll vampire, and his secret was revealed that he is in fact too small or warforged. And I now remember why you had to keep looking for somewhere to rest in this cave that you found yourselves in. It's because the other one of Taiji's house's power source was about to give out, and he was going to be permanently dead unless you found somewhere to set down and make the necessary repairs. So that's happened over the downtime. The rest started. You got about halfway through it when the rock attacked, so you are going to need to go back to sleep before morning. But for now, we are inside this cave. Now move across to. I've moved the tokens around a little bit from last time. We have Kadam / Yahsob on the ground, unconscious, prone. We have the three of you just discussing buckets off to the side there. Your tiny hut's still active, fire's going, lights there. So, you know where you guys are at. The letter's been read out. Kadam's still passed out. It's all you guys from here.
Well, I would make snoring sounds, but my character doesn't breathe anymore.
Now you said you can't make noise at all because there's no like reverb.
Actually, that is an interesting point. How do vampires speak if they can't breathe?
They can still breathe.
Maybe they don't need to breathe.
Yeah.
They don't need to, but they can. Okay, let's go with that.
So does that mean I actually still have my sense of smell?
No.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
it does. It does. Yes, you do.
Okay, that's fair enough. Because I wasn't sure whether or not because I'm dead essentially. I didn't know whether we'd follow on. That okay, my senses.
What I will say though, can I get a perception check from everybody else?
Yeah, let's, because I don't think any of us know that you're dead.
No. No one was conscious or around when that shit went down, so no one has a clue about any of it. Oh. Okay, so regardless of what anyone else rolls, at least Ralph, I think because you were like punching on with him a little bit, but also now just, so Effie and Ralph both definitely noticed this. Kadam is lying on the ground unconscious, not breathing. He's completely motionless. And I'll even say for Ralph, you may have noticed that, like, you know, normally when you get into a punch on with someone, you hear their breathing get more laboured as the fight progresses. You didn't hear Kadam breathing at all.
I feel like I punched him and like some pus just squirted out of him, and like a spider crawled out of it.
Not quite that bad.
It's not getting any better.
But yeah, so you two both noticed that, Ralph and Effie.
So is he snoring then? Yes, right?
No, that's not.
No. Okay, yeah.
Not breathing.
So look, he's possessed. Is what I would be trying to say to you guys. Yeah, he's undead.
Well, he and it is Kadam though.
But I prefer to have Yahsob, our cleric, back instead of the undead demon spawn What's his name? Kadum?
Kadum is the cleric, Yahsob's the barbarian, but he's your guide. He's the one that knows this area, and his hometown is Bastion, where you guys came from.
I'm gonna stay out of this because I'm so confused. I've said my piece.
Lol.
All right.
Forget that your teammate appears dead at the moment. Okay.
No. He appears undead. Like,
No.
smell him.
He's not breathing.
Yeah, look.
I think by now as well, you would probably be noticing his complexion is a bit pallid compared to what it used to be.
And
Like only a day ago.
Is not the tracker that we brought on this mission.
Yeah, when did this happen?
Him
This
no
whole
longer tracking and like getting possessed thing.
No, the not alive thing.
All at the same time, as far as I can tell.
Uh-huh. Can I do some sort of check?
We did, right?
Medicine? No, we did perception, but like medicine.
Yeah, you noticed he wasn't breathing. You can do either. Or history.
I'll do religion.
Not history, because it's Effie and she doesn't have history in this world. So yeah, medicine or religion.
Just 10.
10. There's definitely something not right. There's definitely not breathing. And you know that.
I rolled
Yeah. So you know that there are stories about creatures that sort of don't need to breathe, but you're having trouble recalling at the moment, like what kind of creatures they are. Yeah, like it's just like hearsay and tales. I think you can't figure out anything definitive.
I could tell you this: I don't remember fighting a ghost. But there was like a small gnoll army that was getting turned undead. After we'd kill them, they'd pop back up anew.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm just trying to
And we had our guide until that point, I think.
What I'll give you with that, with considering that knowledge, and the role, Effie, is that there are definitely things that can cause a person to end up in this kind of state, like potentially undead, so to speak. But you're not sure exactly what this particular cause is, whether this was caused by magic or by something else. You don't know. Something's wrong, though. Definitely wrong.
Fair enough. Well,
No. The robot, the Yin Yang twins over here, like, I mean, don't you got anything to say? Like to help? When? We were fighting a rock, right? You mean back the gnolls? Well,
Mm.
I mean,
Well-
if you need that to prove that he's, you know, not undead, but my issue here is more, where's our fucking tracker? So, no, this fucking loon who keeps screaming about a god that doesn't even exist.
He's correct. Yeah, 100%. 100%. His entire manner has changed. Jason, Skittles says he can't hear you. Hey Skittles, how you doing? Yeah, apparently you're not coming through. I don't know. Check your OBS. We need to be able to hear you.
Testing?
Testing? How's that?
Let us know, please.
Yeah, did you hear Jason say testing?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
And count as high as it must be.
Testing, yep. Awesome, we're good to go.
Yay!
Okay. And scene. Resume.
I believe these guys were going to do some science.
If
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So let's find out if he's undead, right?
we'll tie him up, I can cast Turn Undead, and we can see his
He
reaction.
tries to, like, roll away from us. Yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty
if
sure
he's
that...
if he's undead, he's gonna want to get away from me. So
Right. And if he's possessed, we just have to kill him and then bring him back.
I don't have any diamonds to bring him back anymore.
No, just a healing potion kind of thing. Right? You just gotta knock him out.
Oh, I can heal him from that.
I will point out that if it is ghost possession and you cast Turn Undead, the ghost will leave his body.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I did.
that's a mechanic. That's a mechanic thing. That's one of the ways to get you to undo possession is fucking turn the undead.
Fair.
Yeah.
My character, however, only knows about...
No, yeah, I know. I'm just letting you guys know as players. So yeah.
You make the body useless, the spirit will leave.
Yep.
It's, yeah.
Also true.
All right.
Alright, so tie him up.
Yeah.
I'll tie him.
All right.
I'm gonna leave his feet so he can run and tie his arms.
Can you give me a I want to say dexterity check just for rope tying, please?
I would like to use my weaver's tools.
Sure. All
I
right.
don't have them, so I give you my dexterity check.
Okay. I know. Are you proficient with your weaver's tools?
No, wrong character. I have
All right,
check
then.
with it. Yep.
Okay, yeah, cool. So you tie him up pretty good. And do you guys route him now? Do you leave him sitting down? Do you stand him up before you route him? Or,
I think we'd just leave
I
him
mean-
sitting.
He's an elephant. I'm probably having a hell of a time just rolling him, you know?
yeah, true. All right, cool. So you wake him up?
Do what I can with his arms, and yeah.
Yep. The question I have is, was he asleep for long enough for the catnap spell to finish and for him to get the short rest?
Well, the catnap only has to be 10 minutes.
So yeah, I'd say with all that discussion time, so just go ahead and apply a short rest, Kadam.
I have a feeling we would have been talking to, like, the last minute, trying to, you know? Like,
Yeah.
get every thought we could out before
Yeah.
doing this.
I don't think he really needs a short rest. You're all looking pretty good anyway, but take it if you need it. And I will remove unconscious. Who is rousing him and how are you doing it?
I'm happy to wait.
Okay. Effie
Oh.
can rouse him.
I will be
Yep, so
standing in
I-
front.
Well, before I wake him, have we had a long rest?
No, you're halfway through one.
Well, what if we just let him sleep and we have our long rest and we just have a watch? He's tied up anyway.
Well, he will. I believe he will wake up after the 10 minutes. Let me just. So if we go to sleep, he will wake up anyway.
That doesn't say it wakes you up, right?
No, it doesn't. I don't know.
It just makes sense that he would keep sleeping because it's like his normal sleep schedule.
Yeah.
I think.
Regardless, I don't know that.
Yeah.
So I'll just say, why don't we just let him sleep and we can all rest and come at it with fresh minds tomorrow.
You think he can do somatics with his trunk?
I'll just say, because.
Tie his trunk up too.
Due to my spell, he could wake up while we're asleep. So should we set a sentry anyway?
Yeah, no, we're having a sentry for sure. Why does it wake him up? Is that a spell thing? Does it just say it wakes him up after 10 minutes, or?
I'm just trying to find the fucking spell.
Cat nap.
I can't remember where the place spell is.
It allows you to take a short rest in 10 minutes, right? Like that's.
Yeah.
There it is there. So...
Creature is disturbed or hurt during the spell. The spell expires, the creature gains consciousness.
If he takes
Nothing
damage,
in it says that it wakes him up. Yeah.
No.
Okay. There you go.
No, the spell will end if he gets waken up by being slapped awake, or if he takes damage. Otherwise, he remains unconscious for the full duration. That target gains benefit of a short rest, and it can't be affected by the spell again until it finishes the long rest. There's nothing there that says he has to wake up, so that's going to be down to him naturally, which I'm going to allow at least a roll for Jeff to wake up while you guys are asleep if you leave him awake. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, up to you.
Sure.
Sleepy time.
If he is undead, should we just put him on the edge of the cliff so when he wakes up he walks off from the turn undead spell, or?
Turn undead calls them to walk off cliffs.
I asked them. And
Sorry.
should and it's not really the issue, right? Like, I just want the guide back.
No, so if you're saying that in character or not?
Yeah, definitely.
So my understanding of what he said is that the spirit left the body and has gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast scrying. I believe I've got it just here, scrying, before my rest, just to try and get this in the game log. So I'm going to cast scrying. Oh wait, no. You said I don't have any materials, so no, I can't cast scrying. It's spewing.
Well, what do you need?
Silver, 1,000 GP silver mirror.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have that in my backpack.
Why not? What are you good for?
So look, what do you guys have in your possession? Because I'm willing to be flexible with the thing. It doesn't say it consumes the thing either. So if you have even a gem that's worth that much that you can lay your hands on, I'll allow it. It won't consume it. So what have you guys got in your stashes?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
Oh, what about this? What about this?
What about a
How
puddle of
about
water?
I take out 4 ivory strips and a shit ton of incense and cast Legend Law.
what's that do?
Oh, this is actually perfect.
Okay.
So, name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore around the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have on the thing, the more precise and detailed information you can receive is.
Okay.
I got that. I don't think that'd work.
Good.
It could. Scrying.
I can already think of a way that it might, but I'm not telling you.
That's right. Here we go. Nice and simple. This is the one I'm going with, okay? Because I'm gonna go with locate creature,
Yep.
and I'm gonna try and find Yahsob.
Excellent. Okay, let me read this. You're looking for Yahsob?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So you find no trace of Yahsob with this spell.
All right.
I was gonna say it finds fucking Kadam right in front of him because he looks like Yahsob.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
is
the
it-
second paragraph.
It specifies if the creature you described or named is in a different form, such as being under the effects of a polymorph spell, the spell doesn't locate the creature. So Yahsob is definitely in a different form than what he used to be. You know, like Yahsob is the soul, and that soul is no longer in the body. So if you're looking for Yahsob in the form that you remember him, it's definitely not there.
Do you see the third paragraph? Like, how obscure is that?
6
Yeah, that's
obscures.
The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, inch of common metal, thin sheet of letter, or 3. Oh wait, I read that completely different earlier. So I thought it said 3 feet of running water, and I'm like,
no, that was one above locate creature, and it's if it's 10 feet 10 feet wide running water. So
isn't that weird?
basically, you can't use it. No, it's because you can't use it across rivers, right? You can't track a creature across a river with it.
So,
or a creek or something.
I'll do the locate creature. He's not there, and then I'm going to stare at Yahsob. I want to cast detect good and evil.
Yeah, and you will most definitely detect the presence of undead, and it is most definitely coming from your elephantine companion.
I have a feeling I'm gonna have to make a new character. You guys are gonna stake this one.
Are you gonna tell us about?
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm unconscious.
I'm going to pass on all this. I say, all right. So, there's no trace of Yahsob in this body, and it's coming up. I'm sensing a bit of undead, but there's one sure way to work out, because I'm like 92% sure that this is definitely a thing. And I'm going to kneel down and cast as Radiance of the Dawn. So as an action, present your holy symbol to dispel any magical darkness. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet must make a con save and take a shite ton of damage.
Well, he's not a hostile creature, though.
Well, this will tell you if he is or not, won't
Yes.
it?
Hostile.
Sure. Go ahead. So tell me.
So kneel down. Deck of cards. Blinding light.
All right. Now, Kadam,
Yeah.
are you in any way, shape, or form currently a threat to your party?
No.
Then the spell has no effect on you. You don't have to make a Constitution save.
And
Effie, you would definitely not sense any reaction to the spell from Kadam or Yahsob or whatever this body is. Like, it doesn't react, take damage, or anything.
So I don't know what's happened to his body. Hey, on the fire plane, there'd have to be all like undead people, wouldn't there? Like vampire spawns would be a thing, right?
Maybe on your fire plane? I'd have to look at Xandria's fire plane. I haven't really thought about the fire plane here that much. Like, maybe,
Okay.
but who actually lives on elemental planes other than elementals?
Just elemental.
Humans, everyone.
I mean, pretty shit place to live.
Can I?
They're slaves.
Yeah.
I have an idea that might. Can I use divine intervention and try and ask my deity to bring back our guide?
When's the last time you tried divine intervention?
Oh, hang on. Oh, I have to look back at the map. Oh no, I don't think it'll be. Yeah, no, I don't think. No, I won't be. I won't be able to use. Oh, hang on.
No, you can try.
Oh,
every
because
24
yeah, no, I
hours,
can
can't you?
unless it's successful. It was a fail last time.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. If you wanna pray, go ahead and pray. Now, have we assigned an actual deity to you? We have, haven't we?
Yes.
So, I think it was Palor,
Yes.
who is a sun god. Sure. Make me a religion check before you do.
Sure, it's not like a trickster god.
No, it's Palor.
He's a
what
life
about-
cleric.
I know, but he's like, are you willing?
So this is going to be a little bit funny. So I need to do a what? Sorry.
Just a religion check.
Okay.
Just,
So
just
I'm
before
actually-
you do your intervention.
Yeah, which is fine. But I'm actually my wizard at the moment, using my one spell a day across on that.
Divine
Oh, it's not a
intervention's not
spell.
It's a class
I've got to wait
ability.
till we stop. Yeah, I've got to wait till we have a rest first.
Well, if you finish your rest and wake up in the morning, which
Yes.
is also probably a better time to entreat Palor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
You could probably do that.
Also, I should point out, Kadam, you would have most likely woken up with
Yeah,
a giant blinding light filling
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. So you're still on the ground. You do remember the fight with Ralph. You don't remember much, and you don't remember much after that.
Right, so I've just basically woken up, tied up, and
Yeah.
to a flashing light,
Yeah.
and saying, is everything okay?
It's like a radiant flare, and as the light you become less blind. Basically, you see Effie's face, and she just puts a finger to your like trunk and goes, "Shh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's okay. Don't wake up. It's
So,
all right."
I'm just gonna look at Effie really funny, and say, what's going on? Is
Well-
everything okay?
Well, this may come as a bit of a shock, but you're currently
Dead.
some kind of a dead person.
Worse, you're undead.
I can't be undead.
Wait,
I'm
why is that
protected by
worse?
God's grace.
Why is being undead worse?
Why is undead being worse than being dead?
Just it is. How is it not?
You can move around. There's good things.
There's no good undead.
There's no good dead. It's just dead.
But,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are really fucking hungry.
Right.
Yeah, but not hostile.
No. No, he's just really hungry.
Wants to eat your face, but not
Well,
hostile.
He's not. I never said he was craving flesh or blood or anything like that. I just said he was real hungry.
Well-
my hands are tied up, aren't they? So I can't just pull out
Yeah.
a ration and start munching on it.
Do you
I
try?
will.
Well,
Do you
Oh.
try?
I'll try.
Alright, roll strength. Roll athletics, actually, just strength.
Okay.
Strength check.
Snap
Straight
the rope.
strength check.
thank God, because the ropes don't work. More strength.
Crit. It's
Like,
a
the-
crit.
The ropes don't even like provide any resistance whatsoever. You go to instinctively pull your arms out and reach for your rations, and like the ropes just kind of fall off of you.
Right. So I'm gonna start chowing down on my rations before I go on any further, and say, "Look, really, what is going on? You guys are acting quite odd."
See, he can't even hear us.
I'm assuming Ralph's going to be fairly aggressive when he rips out the ropes. Assuming, or are you
no.
just going to stand back and do nothing?
So
Okay, cool.
in my mind, I'm standing next to you. You're on your knees to get ready to do some seance-y stuff, and then he wakes up. I imagine him sitting in a seated position, like taking his arms loose and grabbing something out of his pocket, which is just food.
Yeah, he's still prone. He hasn't said he's got enough or anything.
Yeah, and like, shoving the food in his mouth, saying he can't understand us. That's the way I like imagined it.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Kadam, I need you to, yep, keep chewing. That's good, but I need you to listen to me. You are undead. We are debating whether you should stay undead or become real dead.
Right. What if I didn't? What if I don't think I'm undead? I don't think I'm undead.
Well,
If I was undead, then wouldn't I be eating you or something?
No, so from memory, you're a cleric. Yes?
Yes, actually, speaking of which, searching Kadam's brain, and I know that Kadam comes from a different plane of existence, essentially. May have different vampires, but does he know, the cleric, and probably somewhat familiar with undead from undead hunting classes? You know about what's
You can give me religion or history, keeping in mind that most of your knowledge is going to be coming from Exandrian sources, because that's where Kadam is from.
Ooh, it's a 24.
Oh, which one did you roll? Religion? Right. Yeah, so look, you... Not like you know everything there is to know, but you are aware of what vampires are, you're aware of how they work, you're aware of how they turn other creatures. From what you experience, like it dawns on you in that moment that that's probably what actually happened with that blood-faced gnoll that took you down in that fight. So you're probably now coming to realize, and then as you're doing this and eating the rations, you realize, like, you get through an entire ration, mark it off. It has done nothing to sate your hunger.
Okay,
But
guys.
but the smell of the dead rock wafting up from down below is really tempting to you.
Guys, I need to go and think about this. I'll break my leg a leg ties 3.
You'll break your what?
My leg ties.
Okay,
There is none.
there weren't any, so you're fine.
Oh, just my hands. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And your trunk. Your
I'm
nose
just-
has been tied up this whole time, yeah.
I'll untie my trunk and just casually walk down the cliff to the rock body.
Sure. All right. So, assuming you guys don't stop him as he starts to walk off, well, unless you
Yeah.
do.
I mean,
Yeah, can I do like
because-
some sort of insight
you.
check? Because I don't understand what's going on right now.
Sure.
I mean, it's
Like, does he
clear.
not hear what we're saying? Like, he's a cleric. He,
the turn undead spell is working. Look.
I haven't done it yet.
Well, I don't trust you.
So as he wanders off, I'm going to say that the drift globe is just a little bit further down here, just for the fun of this. And Kadam comes trundling down along this way, gets to the edge, and then just walks off. And you kind of notice in the edge of the light that he doesn't fall. He literally walks over the edge and starts walking down the cliff face without it hindering him whatsoever, and he disappears off the edge of the cliff. So, Kadam, I assume you're heading down, and you're going to go and possibly chow down on Dead Bird.
That's right. I'm gonna eat a rock.
That's going to take you at least like a minute to get down there, maybe a bit less. So we'll stick with these guys while you're walking down. Effie, I think you would definitely get the feeling that Kadam seems to be confused, and like this has come as this news that you've delivered has come as a shock to him. And so, and from your knowledge of Kadam before, you know he's a thoughtful, like reserved kind of guy. Like him going off to have a think about something like this isn't out of character for Kadam. Right?
Right.
That is
enough.
something Kadam would do. Yeah.
all right, so, listen, he's a very thoughtful, gentle soul, and I think we just need to be understanding that this may all be new for him also.
You just
So-
told him that he's dead and he ate his sandwich and walked off a cliff. And you're trying to tell me that's normal behavior.
At no point did I say normal. I just think we should be considerate of the fact he may be discovering this himself right now. And so, hang on, I've got a little backup plan. Because, and I'm just going to turn and put my hand above little spot in the snow here and draw some flames out of the campfire we got over yonder and slowly rebuild Wallamir. And when Wallamir appears, he's like, yes, I'm back. I'm no longer splattered at the bottom. And I say, all right, honey, so, Kadam is in Yahsob's body and he's undead. So I'm going to need you to just like be his best friend and tag along with him. And if you see him doing something a little bit evil, cast Fireball. And kill him.
I want you to remember that he didn't even die yesterday jumping off a cliff. He's undead, man.
I can't say this because I'm not there, but that was, if you may recall, due to Mod's intervention. Had he not done something, I very well may have just fallen to my death, or just collided with the rock in midair and killed both of us.
Yeah, no, look, I'm pretty sure what Mod's character's contribution at that point was making you an epic fireball in and of your own right, and that was going to make it enough to like completely wipe this thing out. I think it was actually your divine intervention that saved you.
Oh, right. I thought it was
Yeah.
Mod. I got confused in that scene,
Did-
I guess.
Didn't you? I might be remembering it wrong. Mod, you look confused as well. Maybe I am remembering it wrong.
2 weeks is too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb would definitely think it's divine intervention in that case, but not, like I said, I'm not here for the discussion,
Yeah.
so let's continue.
So yeah, Mod. Can you remind me? Because
Wallamir cast Healing Word, which would have
That's
made
right.
Kadam survive by 1 HP.
Yeah.
But then the rock poured him, so he didn't take any damage, and then he flew up and 42. So he got healed by Wallamir.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet.
And
That's
you
all good.
also-
But so basically, just only if he's doing something like really evil, then kill him.
And how does our cleric feel when I look at the corrupted robot half dead
Whoa.
body laying on the Taiji?
I'm not half dead now. I'm one person, but
Well, I thought
I'm-
you were still like to do that.
No, he finished that. Like that was he did that in the downtime section leading up to the rest.
Oh yeah, okay.
so I'm
yeah,
a
Taiji.
big robot now, at the moment. But I'm like, well, I actually can't really say much on the matter, as at the moment it is not yang, it's yin, and I am a mage. I would have to take a few seconds to switch personas, as it may be.
Oh, for the love of God.
I can. Well, it only takes me one action to change to the other person, which is what, 6
while you
seconds.
try to explain to me how many actions it takes them, I am now searching for a god of my own. I call out for a god to fucking guide me through this with a
Roll
sword.
me a D100.
It is I, your god. Listen to me.
Can I accidentally, before I walk down the cliff, accidentally drop like a carving of cord out of my pocket that he inspirationally sees on the ground?
Oh, I've seen your god. Threw it down to help you yesterday, which you didn't need.
Oh
You
my god.
spider climb. You think we didn't see you just fucking running up the side of the wall like some creepy horror movie?
Listen, I think that it's going to be okay. He seems to be not evil or hostile. It's just like, think of it this way. I'm a fire elemental and we're all chill. He's just a thing.
Uh-huh. So what's he doing now?
Probably
Feather harvesting? We look over the cliff.
Drinking the blood of the giant birdie bird.
Well, you don't know that.
I imagine he's delicately ripping off bits of flesh with his hands and trunk and like feeding it into his mouth.
And that's what I'm saying. We look off the cliff.
It's 500 feet down. You're not going to see anything.
Yeah, it's still dark at this stage. So the only reason you saw him walk over was the light from the drift
Oh,
globe.
it'd be so much better for dramatic reasons if he could see.
I certainly can. I dropped the torch.
I love it. Perfect. Roll me a d20. If you get 15 or more, it's gonna tunk him on the head.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, heavens.
2d6.
Nine.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage, Kadam. Is it just a torch, or is it the drift globe you dropped off the edge?
No, it'd be a torch.
Yeah. So in that case, roll me an additional 2d4.
Or like a branch out of the fire.
Yeah.
Thing.
All right, Kadam, you take 9 bludgeoning damage and 4 fire damage as this torch just like somehow stays lit all the way down, and the lit end, which is like a really fucking heavy, thick bit of wood, just goes boop on the back of your head, and it singes your scalp a little bit.
Let me just check. I just want to make sure I'm not weak to fire or something.
So,
I
Effie,
don't see anything.
and you know, should be fine.
Yeah.
Is that evil enough for you?
He's currently eating raw bird.
Will it have been 6 seconds yet for me to switch over?
Actually, right now, I'm
Yes.
giving the finger.
So I'm just gonna say, well, let me try and talk to my god and see if he can help at all.
Yeah, I'm
And I
currently
will-
making a note not
Yeah.
to follow these gods because they're not helping that much.
And I'll kneel down. I'll kneel down and I'm gonna do divine intervention.
Alright, Jude, now so run me through what you need to roll again, because I've forgotten which side of things it is.
I need to roll a
Lower than level.
yeah
Lower than level? Okay.
It's D100, I think. Hang on.
Alright, so talk to me about what praying to Palor looks like in the middle of the night.
Well, I'm going to kneel down near the fire where there's some light. And I'll sort of look above the fire, not into the fire, like where the light is bright.
Yep.
And I'm just going to call out to Palor and Palor, please come and assist me. We need some help with our Conrad. He doesn't seem to be who he was before, and we would like our guide back if you could please help us.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your divine intervention roll, keeping in mind it's the middle of the fucking night, so it's going to be harder than it normally would be.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
If you'd done it first thing in the morning, I was going to make it easier.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have all the people praying in the middle of the night, right?
It is. It's roll
less voices coming through.
You know, he's busy on the other side of the planet helping everyone that's praying to him at the right time of day.
Don't give me that. We know this is a flat earth.
Yeah. That's a 55.
So you get no response.
Mm.
At
That's
least
right.
not immediately.
I can try again in the
And
morning
then-
because it's every day.
Well, yeah, you don't get a response immediately, but after maybe a minute or two, you just hear from the back of the cave just this.
Oh,
So sort of up in the top right corner of the cave.
okay.
Guys, we need help. Everybody here is losing their freaking minds.
Did everyone
Okay.
hear that? I'm gonna look around and be like, did anyone hear that little snicker type thing?
Could I at this point be on my way back?
Yeah,
Because
you're on your way back, but you've just started to be on your way back.
Yep, gotcha. Probably as I go.
yeah. I would say that Effie definitely heard it. Ralph, maybe. Ralph, wrong perception?
Yeah, no problem. I'm actually like skilled in perception.
Can I
Nice.
find
You
a
do.
rock around me, please?
Yeah, that'll be easy enough.
I'm gonna
Or a fucking, log off the fire or whatever.
No. I just want a rock. I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm just going to whisper into my hand, and I'm going to cast the light spell on the rock,
Sure.
and then I'm going to throw it in the direction I heard the voice.
Okay, 1 second.
You know how stupid I am? I'm picturing
So-
the rock in your right hand, and you whisper into your left hand. I just whisper into the rock lights.
So as you go to do that, you feel like you begin to draw on the weave, and you hear another whisper from the same direction, and you feel that energy of the weave that you were drawing into the rock being ripped away and dispersed. Your spell has been counterspelled.
I don't even get a roll to save on that, or what?
What level is the light spell?
Just a cantrip.
Yeah, no. No. No, counterspell's a third level spell, my dude.
So I know what it is.
Yeah.
You are a mage, are you not?
No, I'm
Counterspell is
now the cleric. I
Your one
swapped.
spell a day.
No.
You could reach into your mage list for your one spell a day if you're about to finish your rest. If you're about to finish your rest.
Yeah, I can do one a day.
Are you counterspelling the counterspell?
Yes, I will.
All right. In that case, your counterspell's the counterspell, and the light spell works. Mark off the spell
Yay.
slot.
Yep.
And that's your one use for this day. Once you wake up tomorrow, you'll be able to do so again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're tossing something with a light spell over into that corner there?
Just a rock at that direction, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let me just draw some light. That'll be easy enough. But, circle. So it goes. That. And what's revealed at the back of the cavern is a small, winding, almost stairway, made out of hewn out of the natural stone. And sitting at the foot of the steps is a relatively small creature. Looks to be, from this distance, a gnome. Let me just pull something up here. Kind of an elderly looking gnome, dressed in just like leathers, and cloth wraps and things like that. He has a kindly face, and is sitting sort of like cross-legged, like his ankles are crossed. He's sitting on the rock, and his hands are folded, just sitting over his knees, and he's just sort of looking at you with a small smile on his face and saying, "You're trying to pray to the sun god in the middle of the night.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Have you been a cleric for very long, or is this your first day?" And he's kind of cheerful. It's like he's ribbing you in a friendly manner. I'm just going to pop a image through the game log for what this guy looks like.
I'll just say, I'll look at him and stand up, and I'll be like, well, we're in a bit of a bother at the moment, and I had to try something. I had to try and get to my god, hoping he was listening.
Well, maybe you would have been better off waiting till morning, Frank. Like, he's probably busy on the other side of the planet right now.
And I will try again in the morning, but I was hoping that he might be listening to a devout servant.
Well,
I think at this point I'm gonna yell over. He's coming back up. He's covered in blood. All I can see is giant tusks.
What's this? You're having a problem. A giant tusky man climbing up the mountain, and he's walking forward towards you as he says, "He's coming into the light of the fire." Non-threateningly, he's just walking forward, looking curious, and sort of looking over towards the entrance of the cave.
Wallamir starts glowing red and starts quickly, and Effie's like, no.
He kind of chuckles at that, and then begins to walk south towards the entrance to see what's going on.
I get on bucket and get ready to kill this thing. Fully expecting Effie to fireball it.
I'm very close.
When you say this thing, do you mean Yahsob coming up the cliff or the little guy?
The little guy.
Yeah, little guy doesn't bother me at all.
Little guy bothers me. Little guy bothers me.
Yeah.
All right, stop moving. Stop moving. You stop moving.
What? I thought you needed help with your friend.
We're literally really tense right now. We just need, you just came out of effing nowhere and started inside. No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he's holding his hands up now, and he's looking a little bit scared.
And Wallamir back. And he keeps like glowing a little bit and edging towards the guy.
Yeah,
No.
it's at this very moment that Kadam crests the edge of the cliff and is back up here.
Yeah, please
Hey
describe
guys,
that
I've been
image.
thinking. I think I might be undead.
And he's just covered in blood all over him, and feathers, and
However, I seem to still be in control. I can still do Cord's will. I can still do good. I believe it is my destiny to sacrifice myself for the greatness, and maybe this is the way I do it.
Fully waiting for the swan dive. Guess that didn't happen.
It already did happen last episode. Remember? Whee! Straight.
What's the way you do it?
So that's the way I do it. I come back and basically explain that I think I might be undead. But good.
this little gnome fella sort of like looks nervously between like Effie and Wallamir, and then over to Kadam, and he like kind of narrows his eyes, looking closer at Kadam, and then like shakes his head a minute, and then he sort of like points towards you slowly, and not making any wiggly motions or saying anything as he does so, and he's just like, those feathers. You didn't. Oh, the king's going to be happy about this.
Wait.
You must come with me. You must come with me. I must take you to the king. You've killed the beast.
Wait, hang on. You said it like we were. Did anyone else think that he said it like we were in trouble, but he said happy? The king's going to be happy about this. It sounds like the king's going to be not happy.
Oh, no. I assure you. Sorry if it came across that way. That's not what I meant. No, the beast that your friend has slain has been harrowing our village for years.
I'm just going to at this point say, well, that's good. I don't want to make a gnome mad.
I have an idea. We've currently lost our scout, and you're in need of a Loxodon hero. How about a fair trade?
I do know my way around pretty well.
And how far is your village?
About a day from here, further into the range.
And what are you doing here?
Just out hunting. Haven't found much yet, unfortunately. The beast usually gets all the good prey, and we have to, hide in the caverns and stuff to stay away from it. So it's a little bit hard to hunt properly, but we do our best.
Can I have a good look at him? And does he look like a hunter? Because the picture kind of looked like just a dude.
Yeah, so like he looks like just a dude in fairly, like, they're not fancy clothes, but they're certainly not worn like a hunter would be. But he is, at least now, he's carrying a bow, and a knapsack over his shoulder.
And you were on your own hunting?
Well, yes.
When there's gnolls and trolls and giant birdies around?
To be
Well-
fair, we didn't see them all night in the cave that we thought was safe.
I'm very sneaky, you see. I stay out of sight. I wait for it, and I find small prey that I'm capable of taking down. If we send out entire hunting parties, the beastie there would have eaten them. We know it's happened a lot of times. We had to adapt. I don't
All right.
really like the job. I'm getting too old for it, but the king's an old friend of mine, and I don't want the people to go hungry, so I help.
Well, there's
All right,
an entire chicken down there. Probably feed your whole town.
There's considerably less of it now.
It's got like one drumstick on them.
I was going to say, you were only going for like 1 minute. This is like a bird with a wingspan of 100 feet. I don't think you did.
There was
That'd be
no
awesome,
way
though.
I was just going for a minute. I'm sure you guys were talking for at least 4 minutes while I was down there.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah,
you had to walk 100 feet down. That's what I was sort of... But that's all good. So, I need... If we're going to go a full day, I need to rest. I honestly wouldn't mind meeting the king. That sounds kind of fun.
Well, I can take you to the village. I'll show you the way. If you need to still sleep, maybe I'll climb down and gather up some of this bird meat while you guys do that, and we can set off in the morning.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're a perfectly reasonable person. Like, do I believe what this guy's saying?
Roll me an insight check.
Excuse me, sir.
Because it all sounds weird.
I seem to be wearing the ring of truth-telling. Can I also make an insight check?
You certainly may.
So that's an advantage. $24.
While
Okay.
they're doing all of this, I'll be like, if you're a hunter, how did my spell go awry?
Great point. Absolutely great point.
I felt my spell starting to waver when I had to do a counter spell on it.
and he reaches up and taps a little amulet that's around his neck that you hadn't noticed before. He's just like, the village. So this is me faltering, not the character. Our village apothecary. He gave me this. It's a good amulet, right? Helps me keep hidden. Didn't work so well this time, but you know.
So, with my 24 insight, do I tell whether this guy is leading us into a death trap?
So you can tell that he's definitely being honest about the existence of the village, about it having a king, about the king being happy that you've killed all that stuff he's saying. Absolutely true. You and Effie, however, will pick up that his story about being a hunter isn't quite washing. Right? But he's definitely truthful about the village, and he's not he doesn't seem to be intending harm. He's just not telling the entire truth.
That's the main thing I was worried about.
Yeah. No, he doesn't seem to be intending you any harm whatsoever. He's just not being completely honest about who he is.
Yeah. No.
I'll just say, I trust him, but oh god, what's Fizz's character's name in this campaign?
Ralph.
But Ralph, I
mean,
believe
it's
you lost this.
far.
Pass
It's
back
backwards.
Alright, so I didn't get any of what Fizz just said, and I lost the end of what Jeff just said.
He gave me this torch back.
Ah, cool.
And said, I believe you lost this.
Yeah. I'm not touching it. It's probably cursed.
Alright, so
I know everybody else is cool with this undead fucking elephant with tusks that are probably 3 feet long, soaked in blood, praying to a good god. The artist formerly known as Yahsob, our guide. I'm not cool with this.
I gathered that. Somehow. I guess I just picked up the subtle hints. like dropping a fucking torch on my head.
To be fair, that was an accident. I was just trying to
Oh, right.
see where you went.
Of course. Yes.
Oh man.
Well, I think we have a sleep and finish our rests.
Oh no.
And then we can move on from there. And I'll look at Ralph and I'll be like, Ralph,
who was just quite deliberately moved over as Yahsob got closer.
I'm like, Ralph, would you like to sleep in my little hut tonight? And
I'm not fucking sleeping. Fuck you and your sleep magic. I'm not getting your hidey hole with you.
I will only allow you in and not Kadam.
I am fine out here.
He won't be able to get you in there.
It's not getting me tonight either.
Oh,
I am not sleeping these last few hours. I don't care what the penalty is.
Just exhaustion like it would be if you didn't get a long rest.
Oh yeah.
And obviously no recovery or anything. You can have a short rest. You've had enough for that, definitely. So any short rest stuff you can knock off. All right, so you're staying up. Everyone else crashing. Little guy's gonna scamper off and disappear into the darkness. So obviously he's heading down to the creature. Fizz, about an hour later, he'll come back up with that knapsack he had slung over his back, just like full and dripping with actually no, it's full and it's dripping. Like it's as if he's just like cut off hunks of meat and just stuffed them in the bag.
He's been down there an hour and he has like what amounts to like a lunch bag.
Yeah.
Gnome.
Took him a while.
Yeah.
He had to get down there, he had to get back. He can't just walk down the side of the cliff like Kadam either.
Oh, he's probably got about 20 steaks in the bag. He's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it'll feed some people, So he comes back up. I assume everyone else is asleep at this point. So he sees you still sitting up, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah, I'd probably be putting my armor on by this point, but yeah.
That's fair. Hi, friend. I'm down there. So whenever your friends wake up, we can go."
I mean, I don't know how much longer they need to sleep.
I'm having a long rest.
I kick whoever's out and around.
Yeah.
Did you get enough sleep?
Who's not inside the dome?
No,
I
well,
was not invited. So
there won't be a dome, I realise, because I'm not the wizard.
You'd already cast it.
Yeah,
at the start of the rest.
But I come out of it, so it would have disappeared. I'm pretty sure.
Is it concentration?
When he steps out of it.
No, I think it's when I leave it. Until this.
Wait, hang on. Can I just ask a quick question? So your character, you can switch as an action.
Yeah,
yes,
a limited number of times per day.
The amount of times of my proficiency bonus a day. But it takes a whole action.
Saying that Wallamir did this, but you're Effie, so I'm confused. How is Wallamir doing things the last 2 episodes?
Wallamir is being represented by the summoned fire elemental that Mod can conjure with. I believe it's a magic item.
No, it's just well, I do have a brazier of fire elemental.
Yeah.
But I originally took the wildfire druid. But I'm very happy to get rid of that and just use the brazier if that's good.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Am I meant to be seeing Wallamir out here with us?
Yeah, but he looks like, in this form, he looks like a fiery, so it's like, how Effie's represented, because she's like an actual fire genasi or whatever.
So, this is Wallamir pretending to be Effie as a fire elemental?
No.
Because
this
you
is
came out
Effie.
and said you're Effie to me.
Yeah,
and we got along. Good.
Yeah, it's Effie. It's
Right.
Effie, and she has a familiar that is a tiny... Like, this is all covered. But she has a familiar that is a tiny Wallamir that's about yay big.
Okay.
And the spell states the spell
Right,
ends if you leave this area.
Okay, so
So
the
the
bubble's
hut's
gone.
gone.
Everyone's just sleeping on the ground. So yeah, you can go. Who do you want to kick away, please?
Well, yeah, I guess the robot, right?
Yeah, sure.
So as he goes to kick me, I'll just like put my hand out and like stop his foot because I'm not actually asleep. I'm just in a downtime.
Well, you're powered down, right? So you can't actually start moving without powering back up.
Okay.
So I don't think you'd be able to stop him from kicking you, but you might be able to flash a light before it happens or something. You know, as you're powering up, like beep, 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 or
Yeah, when
whatever
I
it is.
say kick, I don't mean like soccer kick.
Just tapping me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, did you guys get enough sleep or?
Yeah. And on that, yes, like you can mark off the long rest. Everybody can. You wake up. You're a little bit tired, but you're all right.
All right, so yeah, because I wasn't sure how much time they had when the little
Good
gnome
enough.
guy asked.
Good enough. I think we need to get moving. We've been in the cave for long enough.
Well, takes what it takes, you know. Oh, okay.
Yes. We should be good to go. I think.
And with that, once everyone wakes up, little guy will sort of just like, before we head off, I almost forgot. My name's Akak. Who are you guys?
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to ask him. Well, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. Nice to meet you.
You
may
can.
call me Kadam.
Kadam? Okay. Kadam's the big, scary elephant vampire. Got it. Yep.
You may
He looks
call
over
me.
to-
You go, Mark.
I was going to say he looks over to Taiji.
And I'll be like, I'm a little bit of two people at the moment, but you may call me Taiji.
Taiji? Taiji. Okay. You're Taiji, Kadam, Ralph, and then he looks over and he's kind of like pointing at everyone as he says this, and then he points at Effie. And you?
Effie, and that's Wallamir, and Wallamir is basically like sitting on Kadam's chest, just staring in his eyes.
He creeps me out, not gonna lie, but that's okay. So it's about a day's travel from here, but we don't want to go back out the way you guys come in. If you this way, the way I was sitting, the stairs, there's a tunnel leads out to another pathway that will take us to the village.
Well, lead on, and I'll be like, I have a globe down there. Do you want me to turn this off, or do you want it to follow along behind us?
I mean, it's yeah, actually, I mean, I can see just fine through here, but if you guys have trouble seeing in the dark, maybe for the next like half an hour it should take us to get through here, we'll need it, and then we should be out into a bit of daytime.
Yeah,
We'll have to go back into the cave to get to the village, though. Like, there's another tunnel system a couple of hours up the road. The village is tucked, like it's dug into the mountain for safety.
So we needed that scout because we have to go north.
North,
and you
yeah.
offered your services as a scout. Now you're trying to take us
North.
where?
The village is north, and then further on from the village, where are you trying to go in the north?
Well, here's the tricky part, GM. We're back to the mineral. We need to describe the mineral to him, but we have no description.
Okay, so what you know is that the mineral is located somewhere in the ice wall, which is the furthest northern part of this area. You also have the side mission for the necromancer, which is the Lich, which is Malachi's
back
Rest.
to the mineral. We have like no description of it.
So you
to describe to underground fucking rock people what rock we're looking for.
So let's say it's a.
You know what I mean? Like, go to the north and find a rock. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So let's say it's a. It's a black ore, like similar in its sheen to like obsidian, but it's actually metal, not glass. That's all you really know. It's found in veins, like gold would be found.
Okay. Yeah, so we're heading north to the north wall to find black metal veins.
Oh, well, I don't know much about black metal, but I can get you to the wall. That's easy enough. We just have to go through the village. Actually, is probably the quickest way. Up the mountain pass, and then up past Malachi's Rest, but we probably don't want to go near there. It's a bit scary.
Well, in saying that, we've been given another task to go there to kill the evil thing that's there.
I'll show you the way there, but you're on your own if you go in that place.
Well,
Go away.
I think more importantly is a white dragon. I don't remember the name. Who said they would give us passage through?
You see his eyes widen with like amazement as you say that, and then he smiles sort of even more gleefully, and it's you're talking about a continent. Yes, he is.
Did you just say, are you talking about a cunt then?
A continent.
Sorry. That's
all right.
I'm gonna type it in the game log. There you go.
Jesus.
Oh, a cunt.
It's here. Well, what can I say? If he said that, then it's true, and I have to help you. He's the let's say patron of our village. The most of the people kind of think he's a god. He's not though. He's just a dragon. But yeah, he looks after us for the most part when he's not busy dealing with other things.
So he's a good god or a good dragon.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he's never leveled a village in his life, but not in recent history around here anyway. Yeah, he looks after us.
So
Is
if
there a reason you specifically he looks after and others he tears down?
I think that will become clear when we get to the village.
so if that big bird has been terrorizing you for years, why wouldn't he help you in destroying it?
Well, you see, he's a bit aloof. Sometimes we can reach him, sometimes we can't. The people think it's because of his godly whims and things. I'm pretty sure it's just because he's a bit of an ass sometimes. I think he probably thinks that the people needed to find a way to deal with it themselves to, get tougher or something.
Okay. Well,
But on my, I'm sorry. I realised that might have been a bit cryptic about you'll see when you get to the village. Most of the village are descended from, I guess, partially descended from his kin or something. They're little. They're like about as big as me. Blue-skinned, lizardy fellas.
Okay.
Yeah, they really like it.
Yeah, because I was fully like insight on that shit.
You can still insight that if you want. Like,
No, it's fine if you readdressed it.
yeah, cool. All
I
right,
don't know
so
if
he'll
will hold in that great face.
yeah, fair.
About it.
So
Yeah.
with that, he'll lead you off through the cave system that will open out into open. Moving through the pass again within half an hour or so. I think as you guys are heading off, you'll also notice as well that he's like really sprightly for such an old man. But I think this is a good point to take our break. We're going to have to wrap at 11 tonight, so we'll take a short break here, and we'll pick back up with you guys traveling towards the village.
Cool.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay.
See you shortly.
See you soon, folks. Before then, as you can see, we've had a bit of a costume change on Jason. He's got to head to work. That's why we've got to wrap at 11, because he does all the behind-the-scenes magics. So, all right, well, you guys have set off through the cave system following Akak. It only takes about half an hour, like I said, and you reach the outside world again. And again, it's more winding paths along cliffside and stuff like that. And this particular one, it's heading roughly north, and it's winding down the side of this mountain. And he points out to like another mountain that you can see across the horizon at this point, and he's like, "That's village is there. We should just be able to." It takes the rest of the day to cross through here, and it's about halfway up. It's not. This is the mountain that you're heading to. Is not as big as the one that you're currently on. So we should reach the village by nightfall, but we have to cross, and he points down into the valley, and you can see like a frozen lake. We have to cross that, so we'll have to be careful. There's a path that's like very frozen, like it won't collapse, but it's slippery. So just watch your steps and stuff. You don't want to go falling and sliding out.
What was his name again?
Akak.
So his name is Akak, and the dragon's name is Akanak.
Akan Thanak is the name of the dragon.
And his name is Akak.
Akak.
Yeah.
All right.
So would this be a good time to pass those night vision goggles over to oh wait, it's daytime now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, while you were traveling through the cave, might have been the time to do that. So you can say you've done that if you like. It's fine.
I'll just take it out of my inventory. I no longer need those.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they?
Yes.
Night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Goggles.
Kadam, my good friend, is it all right if I ride on your back?
This is Tiny Wallamir asking you, of course.
Little tiny Wallamir wants to ride on your back. This nose too deep.
Funny. Yes, hop on. I'll actually lower a hand down so he can get on the hand and I'll lift him up.
Yes, my plan's working perfectly. He says aloud. And once he's on your back, he sits there and starts casting a fireball and then just holds it and gives a thumbs up to everyone.
I will point out that my plan is working perfectly is kind of a catchphrase for Wallamir by now.
Yes.
I must
And,
say, I'm sensing somewhat of a distrust in the air.
I think he's talking to you, Wallamir.
Oh, he's talking to Wallamir. No one trusts me. I am the only one that's been 100% consistent the entire time.
Well, you certainly are always consistent, Wallamir.
Yes.
Or should I call you Rimalaw?
No, that's not my name. My name is Wallamir.
Okay.
Ramalaw's dead. I killed him. And then,
Which, how loud does he say that?
extremely loud.
So anyone who didn't already know that just heard that.
Well, he told everyone.
He did tell everyone? Okay, yeah.
And so did Effie as well.
A bit of an insight to the elephantine mind right now. Kadam knows Wallamir is pretty much like that, and when he says killed, for all we know, this other entity is still sitting in a genie bottle or something. Who knows?
The night you spent inside the deck of cards, the gruesome body strewn upon the wall and ripped apart flashes in your mind, and you're like, oh, that's probably Rimalaw. Yes.
Wallamir, you certainly are eccentric.
Yeah, so Wallamir is happy, and Effie's just walking along and says, so this king, what is he the king of?
The village, of course.
He's king of a village.
Well, yes. It's the only village in the area, so it is kind of the capital of the kingdom, right?
Sure, and what name?
I mean, look, he's a self-proclaimed king, but everyone goes along with it.
And
I guess
what,
that's his king.
and what is his name?
The king.
Yes, the king.
He's the king.
So his name is the king.
Well, yes. A name is what everyone calls someone, right? Everyone calls him the king.
But he doesn't have a king title like King Bradley or King John.
And he seems to think for a minute. Don't think you didn't, and I don't think you'd know what it meant, even if I could pronounce it. It's in the native tongue of the lizard guys. I can't say it. But
Just wondering,
it's just a
in
king.
the native tongue of the lizard guys, does his name translate perhaps to king?
Well, maybe, like I said, it's their language. I don't really know it that well. I just live there.
So the king is a lizard guy?
Yes, he's about as tall as me. Fancy crown. Big pointy stuff.
I'm looking forward to this. Your village sounds very cute. I'm just afraid I won't be able to fit in any buildings.
Might have to duck to get through the doors. It's not all made of real little people. Like, there's some dwarves too. That's all. and the shopkeep. The shopkeep's a bugbear.
So this place has lots of people.
Well, a few. It's mostly lizard guys, but you know, a few other people. They more arrived recently-ish, like in the last 10 years or so.
So yeah, Effie's just going to drop back to Ralph. It's like, so in your tongue, if somebody says, like in this region, if somebody says the shopkeeper, that means there's only one, right?
Possibly, yeah.
All right.
Unless that's their name.
Oh,
Maybe one guy's called the shopkeeper and the other one's called the clerk and another one's called the store attendant.
yeah,
No.
it's the family name. They do their names like you know.
Or
fucking-
he could be like the governor over shops. And he just has the title, the shopkeeper.
Not even. His name's just Da. And he's the shopkeeper, so he's Da shopkeeper.
I was like, because everyone's got something, right? It's their last name or their surname.
Anyway.
But you're probably right.
Alright. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Well, you did have something.
so traveling along, having these chats. It's probably about 10, 11 in the morning as you start to get down to the valley where the ice lake is. It's not like a full get back down at sea level like valley. It's like a dip in between the two mountains. And the second mountain you're heading to, like I said, is significantly smaller than the one you're coming from. So let me bring you across to Akak will also explain that the path you're travelling now is generally known as the Kingsroad. And it's because this is the path that the king took when he first founded the village with his small tribe of people about 20 years ago. At least that's the best he's been able to determine since it's been. So,
Were you getting at something, Mod? To go over my head. You guys
No,
hear
no,
me?
I literally was just
Small
confirming
talk.
that it's a very small village.
Got it.
alright.
Without
So,
being rude, old mate.
yeah, you guys should be able to see where you're at now. Like you've wound down from up top here, and then you guys are now there. This is the whole place, and you need to sort of cross this thing. I know it looks like you're coming in from the north, but just imagine this is flipped around the other way. Yeah, so the direction you're coming from is south. You need to cross this to the north. It looks like there might be a way around this side, at least for half of the way. There are little like flows like around the left hand side here down the bottom. It's like pathways that will give you at least halfway across, but the second half you're going to have to be crossing the ice.
Yeah, I mean, the gnome says that the ice is safe. Is it, though?
Make me a nature
people
check.
Of actual weight, you know?
Yeah, make me a nature check. Is you'd have to approach the ice to get a proper look, I suppose. But if you want to head down and
As well.
and he'll head down with you. So I'll move back down if you guys want to move yourselves down at all. Get
Yeah.
closer. Now with the 10, looks safe enough.
I'm going to have a
You
look.
can't see any, like it's not so. I've never seen a frozen lake before, so if I get any of this wrong, please let me know. But like it's not so thin that you can see movement of water or fish below it. Like it looks like a good solid thickness.
I'm going to have
Doesn't appear
a
to be too
look
cracked.
because I'm a bit heavier being a metal robot.
I'm literally taking the horse into account. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I also? Can we? Ooh, nice one. Like what ice? It's all solid ground, right?
Yep.
That's Taiji.
It's the elephant.
Let me. No, everyone's
I'm
having sauce.
Wow.
Concerned about Effie.
Burning a hole
is
through it.
Effie on fire? Yeah. Or is she just red-skinned?
No, she's on fire, but like, so far there's been no,
Heat.
Is she still holding
Yeah.
a fireball?
That was Wallamir.
Oh, that was Wallamir.
So does she actually give off heat, Mod?
oh yeah, I'm assuming so.
Yeah. So I failed to consider this. So I think you would find with Effie, as you're walking through the snow, she's leaving a trail of like melted snow behind her. She's not sinking through it to the point where it's like a problem. But there could be some issues with the whole trying to cross ice as a player elemental thing.
I feel like,
She can control it.
yeah, she can control the sort of thing. So let's say she leaves things, but like, let's say someone grabbed her arm, they're not going to take 2d6 fire damage or something.
Right,
It's
but
just
but if it's a hostile grab, then it could be. Because she could,
Oh,
grab
I'll
it,
use
but-
spells for that. Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
I
cool.
feel like it should either be one or the other, and I feel like she can control it in this form.
Okay, yeah, so that sounds fine to me then.
So
I got
I'm happy to just say, listen, is it all right
Okay.
if I ride on Bucket? Just
No.
all right. Oh, wish me luck.
Shut down.
Now, before anyone starts to
I'm not
cross,
adding more weight to the heaviest fucking thing out here. I'm not even riding bucket. Also, I think maybe you have to concentrate or something to not burn stuff. Maybe you can control it, but it's something you have to like actively control.
Oh, I like that.
yeah, that's cool.
Also, if you give off heat, do you give off light? I just feel like that's something we should know.
I'm gonna go with if you want that to be a thing mod, you can.
Yeah.
And it'll be both. Like you can't choose heat or light. If you want to
No,
add
I say
light
both.
to that,
I say
yeah.
go heat and light, but
So-
I can use concentration to control.
concentration to suppress it. Otherwise, you're giving off heat and light. Yep. Perfect.
And can I just say that this whole time, I've just been saying, I think it's great that we're doing this. Like, we may have a undead person among us, but we also have this tiny gnome dude, and realistically, we're a good team, and we're doing good things together. We're going to cross the ice and not drown. And I just want to do an inspirational leader speech and give everyone some hit points.
Oh, nice one. I love it. While you're doing that, can I get everyone to tell me your Arcana modifiers, please?
+2.
Plus 0.
At the moment, it's a +0, but if I swap, it's a +8.
Yep, cool. No problem. Please proceed.
All right,
So
we do that. Also, Effie, I would give you can ride bucket with me, but not here, not on the ice.
Oh, that's all right.
Let me
Hang on.
just...
And the flames die down and the steam stops. And
Yeah,
I'm
just-
holding my breath.
Just as we're about to go across, I touch. I'm going to touch Ralph, the horse, and Effie, and cast
Not
bless.
willing.
And cast bless. Well, I don't need a touches to cast it to do it, so I just cast it on
Yeah.
on those three.
can I
Right.
do something silly?
What's that?
Pull out my whistle.
Sure. Certainly can. You have a whistle, you can pull it out. What are you doing with it?
Well,
He screeches like a banshee and flies over the ice,
that's pretty much it. Yeah,
still dripping blood. Yeah.
just fly over the ice.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so Kadam screeches like a banshee and flies over the ice. For the rest of you, I'm going to need dex saves from everyone as you step onto the ice.
Yeah, I'm probably falling.
Oh, not you, yeah, including Bucket. Anyone who's walking on the ice, I need a dex save. Okay.
Bucket. There we go.
That's
Oh,
a
that's-
5.
That's not good. That's a 6. Just remember, you
That's a
guys.
7.
You guys.
Glasses, yeah. Okay. Alright, so
What?
Effie and Taiji, as you step onto the ice, it's real fucking slippery. You slip, fall on your butts, each take rolling a dice. 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and you'll have to take some time to catch up to the others who managed to move across with reasonable speed. What's Arcat gonna do about this? Let's check. I think Arcat, seeing an opportunity, kind of snickers to himself, comes up behind the two of you and casts Gust just as you fall, and so he's like, "Achoo!" and that manages to keep you up with the movement speed of everyone else.
We
So
slide along
this
on
will
our
go
ass.
on. Yeah, this will go on for the better part of fucking, let's say an hour to get all the way across with moving carefully so as not to crack the stuff, people falling, all that
Wait, how
kind
long
of
did
thing.
you say?
Roughly an hour.
Jesus. Well, bless only lasts a minute, so yeah.
Yeah, great big frozen lake. How long does your whistle work for, Kadam?
That's a good question.
Until he runs out of breath.
That's probably
The
not
answer.
good, but I'll double check.
Yeah.
You can fly twice as fast as your walking speed. You can blow the whistle continuously for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus 5 times your constitution. Holy shit. 5 plus
Constitution
5
score or modifier?
modifier, yeah. Your modifier.
Okay. Yeah. So 25 rounds. So that's like 2.5 minutes.
And I'm moving at double speed, so I'd probably get halfway across and maybe stop.
No, it's taking an hour to get across at, let's say, half speed for difficult terrain. So 15 minutes you would need to get all the way across. You're getting 2.5, so you get like 1/6 of the way across. Find a spot there, wait for your friends to catch up, and that's your whistle used up for the day.
No, it's
If you
3
dash.
charges.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you could dash as well. So alright, so let's say you get
He'd have
a third of the way across.
Yeah, not good enough to get to this island. I guess I'll be landing.
Oh, this is way bigger than that, dude. This is just the beginning of it. So don't worry about that. We're clear of the minding this part. This is just the beginning of it. And then when you get to the end, I'm going to flip it around, put you guys at the bottom, and you're crossing up to the other path.
Seems my eagle whistle won't save me, because I'll be landing on ice, and then I'll only be able to jump thrice.
Mhm.
And I'm not the weight of mice.
There we go.
It hurts so bad. The left side of my brain. I don't know why. But every time it's left temple damage.
But yeah, so keep moving. Every couple minutes or so, Effie has to take another breath and flares up a little bit, and then keeps moving.
I love that it's holding your breath.
Yeah, it's keeping the oxygen in to stop the flaring.
Yeah, I want to say that Bucket and Ralph are a good distance away from the party. Just concerned about Bucket's weight.
So will I have to take a dex check?
Don't worry about him, Bucket. You eat as much as you want. Body shaming Ralph.
Oh, no. Definitely out of character. Fucking yell. I see you looking at that grass.
Oh, that's the fatty grass. That's the fatty grass.
Oh, man.
I've just moved you guys around to represent getting towards the edge of the lake and now heading north into the next mountain. I know it looks identical and mirrored, but deal with it. So if I put you off to the side a little bit because you said you wanted to be separated from the party a little bit for safety reasons. Akak is like leading the way ahead of everyone else. Where you guys there? Can I just get Arcana checks from everybody, please?
Minus
Cool.
3.
Okay. Rolling on as well.
7.
I think my game's broken. I just keep rolling 8s.
Wow. Hey, there we go.
60.
So, Taiji, as you guys reach this, you feel a disturbance in the weave, sort of just at the top of like the edge of the lake, directly ahead of you guys. And as you look ahead to sort of where you feel that from, you can see a shimmering just above the ice, sort of like a blue-white sort of wave light kind of thing. And just as you look there, it's like this, it's like a line of, like a wiggly kind of line, imagine that. And it's like that starts to open. And through it, you can see a blizzard. And out of this blizzard emerges a creature. Let me see. It's I'm just going to put it straight to the game log because I'm having trouble describing that. It's a large lizard-like creature, six-legged salamander. Yeah, basically emerges from this rift and growls at all of you. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Oops, I
Finally,
forgot
something I'm amazing at.
please take my first score because I rolled twice for my advantage. The second one.
Ralph.
And I need to do rocket.
Nice initiative, Ralph.
Oh, good. I'll get there when you need me. Gets incapacitated the first round.
Yeah.
This is a salamander of banishment.
Right. All right, and then I need to also add. Let's go. There we go. All right, Kadam, you are first up. This thing looks obviously hostile. What would you like to do?
Well, Kadam's going to be
Yahsob?
able to do 2 actions, isn't he? Getting in that 20.
Yeah, it was a dirty 20.
No, was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
17
Sorry.
plus 3. So no 2 actions unless anything. No. So
Nice try.
I think the thing I want to do right now, because it's currently on ice, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna hit it with Sacred Flame.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so Dex 15 to avoid Sacred Flame. Oh wait, Sacred Flame isn't hot, is it?
Radiant damage.
Yeah, oh well. I'll hit it with that anyway.
Dex what?
Oh, hang on. Is it in range? Dex 15, but I'll check the range. It's got 60 foot range. No, sorry, I'm just out unless I
Move forward 10 feet. It's difficult terrain because it's icy ice.
Gotcha. Don't have to roll a save
If
or
you-
something to not...
No, if you want to, you can try and move at your regular speed, but you'll have to roll a dex save.
Gotcha. So I'm just going to move at my half speed. I think my half speed's 15. Double check that. Oh, fuck. My half speed's 22. I can go another 7. Bloody hell.
Effectively, you can go another square, but yeah.
Let's go to the square. That square's good. Okay, so then is that within 6?
Yes. You're only 10 feet away before, so you're now within
Yeah,
55.
15 dex save to avoid 3d8 damage.
Without the saves, to roll the damage.
Here it comes. 15.
15 points of radiant damage applied. This thing snarls as your radiant flames wash across it, and it experiences searing pain. Very nice. Taiji is... Oh, you have a bonus action left, so would you like to do anything with that?
Okay, between my action and my bonus action, I'm actually going to call out, it may be vulnerable to radiant damage. And, let's see now, bonus action. All
I'd
I
like
can
to roll insight. Was that necrotic or radiant?
Roll Arcana.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Actually, insight works as well to see if he was telling the truth.
Okay, well, hold on, because I have a
yeah.
I have a plus to that.
Yeah,
And then
cool.
Oh, I don't plus to that.
In both cases, yeah, cool. In both cases, by the Arcana check, you recognise the effect of the spell as looking like other radiant damage you've seen, and he appears to be telling the truth as well.
So he is. Good.
Quick question.
Okay, I've got it. Before you ask your question, if I may, for just a second, Shield of Faith on Ralph. Just
Sure.
to fuck with
What's your range on Shield of Faith?
his head. 60 foot.
All good. Yeah, you cast Shield of Faith on Ralph. And it's now Taiji's turn.
Alright. This thing is pretty huge.
Yep.
It's looking at me. Gonna see me, one sec. Yeah, got plenty of range. You're gonna see me you'll see me sort of flicker a little bit as I put my hand up and draw forth from my brother and cast a fireball.
Nice. Go for it.
Dex.
Dex save.
Yeah, Dex 16. Oh, we're going to use...
Doesn't matter.
Just for future.
You use your cleric spellcasting modifier and DCs while you are the cleric. You're just using your brother's knowledge of the spell.
Yeah, which is still 16.
Spell slots and casting is all on you. Yeah.
Still...
So he fails to save. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Nice. 45?
Oft. Alright. So, not only is the fireball not as effective as you would usually think, it's far more effective. You can see this thing's skin melting off and like sloughing, becoming water and like forming into the ice a little bit. It screams in absolute agony. It's pretty obvious this thing's vulnerable to fire damage, and it's now looking two-thirds fucked. So, nice. Anything else?
Well, I was hoping to maybe also burn the ice around and make it drop into the water, but I don't know how thick the ice is.
I mean, it's pretty thick. Roll me a spellcasting spell attack.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Roll a spell attack. So yeah, spellcasting modifier plus a d20.
D20. Is an 8. The spellcasting modifier is 4, so 12.
So yeah, like you can see that like it has created a small crater-like depression in the ice, but the water that is melted was like only some of it steams up, and the rest of it, as well as what's coming off of the salamander, sort of reforms it, and so you've only dropped the ground by a couple of inches, and there's still like a semicircular depression in the ground, but it's so cold out here that the ice just freezes the water back over like so quickly.
Does it freeze his feet into the ice?
Doesn't seem to affect him in that regard, no.
Cool.
Alright. Unless you have a bonus action. Taiji?
No bonus action.
Alright. Fuck, it's time.
Okay. I guess she'll just wait to dash for me to get on her.
Okay, yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
I really, really did. So, that's meant to be there. Alright, it's Akak's turn. I'm just gonna look around at you guys. Oh, that was... I looked at Taiji in particular. That was really effective. Probably better than anything I could have... It's frustrating. Okay. Well, and he's just gonna start making motions to summon a spell. Looks like he's holding his action to cast something. You can see. Yes. Actually, no. He's he pulls a dagger from his belt, rather, and sort of sticks behind Kadam. And holds his action to attack anything that gets close enough.
Kadam's close enough.
Not gonna hurt Kadam, obviously.
Settle down, Fizz. You're getting a bit bloodthirsty there.
No, he's not the one that's bloodthirsty, my friend. Remember?
Right, says Kadum.
I love it. It's so funny. Okay, let's see. How does that? Okay. Okay. Come on, that. If you rotate it. I'm just working something out. 1 second, folks. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Alright, so the creature goes forward. It seems to be almost gliding across this ice. Like it's moving on the ice, but it seems to be almost gliding across it. It gets to that point there where it reaches and rears its head back and unleashes a bone-chilling blast of wind in a 60-foot cone. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's hitting everybody, including Bucket, Akak, Effie.
See that all right?
Right, yeah. So I'm going to need Constitution saving throws. Please and thank you.
24? Is that good enough?
What's a pass?
4.
Nope. Bucket passes. Taiji passes.
Oof.
Oof, Ralph fails. Okay, rolling some damage. It's a lot of dice. Alright, anyone who failed is going to take 35 cold damage. Anyone who passes is going to take 17.
Taken.
I'm gonna mark Bucket on our token.
And this cold damage, like, I think Effie would probably be the, and Taiji would be the best ones to see this, but facing in that direction, seeing him, is that Akak doesn't really seem bothered by this. Like, you know, he's braced against the wind, but doesn't seem to hurt him that much. And following that, that will be its action. It has moved that far. Speed there. 20 feet to there, so it's what? Back left. With that, it's going to immediately burrow into the ice and disappear from view, leaving behind a great big hole where it once was. So let me just draw that. Let's do that filled actually. So that is where it disappeared into. It burrows straight through the ice, leaving behind water, which is starting to frost over almost immediately, and it disappears. And it's Ralph's turn.
Oh shit. It wasn't that. Like when I looked at the map, it was all black. Okay, yeah, I'm mounting Bucket, and I guess Bucket's gonna charge towards the hole.
Full speed.
Well, you say that like it's a dash or something. Hurt. Normal movement.
Yeah, so full normal movement speed, as I said at the start, is going to require a deck save, otherwise it's difficult terrain.
Could be a whole problem.
Really good.
Alright, so... Oh wait, that's for me. Let me roll it for her.
I mean, the dice was good enough, if you want to just take the dice. Rolled. Either way, yeah, no, that's fine. You can move at your normal movement speed without slipping or falling or anything like that, and you reach the edge. I think it would be pretty obvious to see that the creature is not in the immediate vicinity of the hole. You can perhaps make out with the swirling of the water, because you dashed straight over there, it moved off in a northwesterly direction and has probably burrowed into the ground.
Into the land itself.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll just kind of point with my pike over to the northwest.
Yep.
bucket is out of movement, and I guess I'm holding my action to attack
Sure.
anything that comes close to me, but I think that's
No
it for me.
problemo. Yeah, sweet. Effie, your turn.
Cool. And the question I was going to ask before was, is there a reason my initiative's at 5 and not 15?
Yeah, I might have read it wrong. I will fix that. And sorry,
That's
I
all right.
didn't
That's all right.
realize.
Leave me there. I was just, if there was a reason, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, no.
I'm just going to move. How far can I move on this ice?
Half your normal speed without making a dex save, or pass the dex save and you can move full speed.
I'm going to move. What have I got? 30 foot of movement. So 15. I'll do a dex save. Why not?
Yep.
It's 15.
Yep, all good.
I move to here. And as I go past, that's Kadam there, I rip off a couple of Wallamir's hairs.
Yep.
And I throw them into the air and they sort of ignite. And I'm going to cast Locate Creature. And the hairs go off in a direction towards where the creature is.
Sure thing. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm going to start calling where the creature is.
Cool.
So it tells me the direction it's moving and where it is.
Alright, so in that case, I'm just going to reveal it. And
Yay.
keep in mind that it's underground. So it's, there you go. That it? Anything else?
That is it.
Okay, no problem. Kadam.
Okay. So, the bastard's in sight.
No, he's not. You
He's
can't see him.
underground.
You know where he is because he's underground.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so Effie's been like over there, but you know it's gone down, like it burrowed through the ice and then it went in that direction, so it's underground.
Gotcha.
Where that is, yeah. You're not sure how far down exactly either. Like, not like hundreds of feet, but could be anywhere between. Yeah.
I'd like to yell back to Akak. Are there more?
Yeah, cool. Because he was holding, I'm going to let him, as his reaction, because he didn't have to attack, he's going to look around for a minute, and you'll see him raise his free hand, his fingers to his temple, and sort of close his eyes for a second. And then he'll open them again, look up to him. No, it's the only one. We came through from Frostfell or something. But, yeah, that'll do. That's all he's got time for.
So, how far can I get with 22? To that
4.
square, essentially. So I can get to that square without any real hazard. Unfortunately, I'm leaving our little gnome friend without cover. That's a problem. I'm tempted to not do that. I've moved. I'm gonna go with it. Okay. So now let's just see how this works.
To move another square. by
Open
the way.
container, alternatively the water falls as rain. If the water falls as rain in this temperature, it'll probably become hail or snow. It won't melt the snow, will it? Like I can't
Should've been
create
Ice BBs.
So create or destroy water won't help. That sucks. What's this? That relies on hitting a creature. I've got literally fuck all I can do with these spells unless I can see the bastard. Hey, that's something I can do. Okay. So. I'm actually going to use my full movement, if I may, and move the other 22 or so up to actually less. So what save is it? Dex, isn't it? Is it a Dex save?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Sorry, I was muted. Go right ahead.
13?
Yeah, all good.
All good. Okay. And now it's thaumaturgy time.
Okay, what are you doing with that?
I create I cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
No problem.
So I'm going to basically vibrate the ground under me just a bit to try and get it to attack me,
Okay,
so that everyone's got a thing to focus on.
I dig it.
So, you're just shaking, like trembling in the ground, shaking around you? How's this
Yep.
look? You look like terrified elephant.
Oh,
Or-
this is what I look like. I'm holding my mighty hammer. By the power of Cord, I create motion!
Yeah.
And, the ground beneath me starts to vibrate.
Can you do me a favour?
Yeah?
Roll me a D100.
Oh no. 94?
So you say this, and about the only motion you cause is the impact of your hammer hitting the ground. And spell fails.
Oh,
So it's bad.
okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. With my, in that case, I'll, seeing that does nothing, I may just use my bonus action to rage.
Sure.
And
Absolutely do that.
as I rage, I get to move a bit further,
Uh-huh.
up again, and I'm going to use that to basically land right on top of the gun, or where we believe the guy is.
Yep, so you're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to like there.
That's right.
Yep, no problem.
Devil shit here.
Sounds good to me. Alright, Taiji, you're up.
Okay. I don't think there is a lot I'm going to be able to do. Not with it underground.
Not with that
Uh,
attitude.
I'm going to move forward. Move forward 15. And then I'm going to cast. I'm going to bonus action. Send out my spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
That is at level 3. And it'll be up here somewhere.
You know that upcasting of woe, isn't that a second level spell?
Yes, it is.
You know third level doesn't actually make it any better, right?
That's
upcasting
right,
of
it's
fourth
every
will make it
2.
better.
That's
Yeah.
right, it's every 2 spells. Alright, I'll just cast it at the normal.
Use the Heartseeker Blade there. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And then as my action, I'm going to hold Sacred Flame to shoot the
Sure.
monster when it comes out.
No problem at all. Bucket's turn.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll just come this way. Yep. There we go.
Alright, no
she'll
problem.
hold her action to bump it when it tries to bust through inevitably.
No problem. Then Akak is going to let's see. He's Moves across the ice. He's full speed. And then when he gets to there, he puts his finger to his temples again, and holds. Then it is the creature's turn. And so with this, Ralph, you'd probably feel this coming up. You might not feel it, but Bucket definitely would, and you get the sense that something's going on. And Kadam, you would feel vibrations underneath your feet, beginning to move away from you in a westerly direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll well. Cool. And as this happens, Akat pipes up, opens his eyes again, and he's like, it's moving off. And he looks back to Taiji and he's like, I think you really got a good one. Yeah, it's I don't think it's going to be a problem anymore. And that will be their turns. Ralph, you're up.
I mean, same thing. Holding my action for
Yep.
to hit it.
Cool, lads. So with that, what we'll say is, you guys will wait for however long you want to wait. It's not coming back. It has, in fact, run away. So you guys are free to finish crossing the lake and move up into the mountain and head for the cave if you like.
Did I roll a dex save?
Nah, it's alright at this point. No stress at all. And because we're very close to wrapping, I will say that the rest of the day passes fairly uneventfully. You do reach the cave. Akat leads you inside, and it's maybe, again, 20 minutes to half an hour of travel through the cave. The sun was just dropping behind you as you went in, and eventually you can see light up ahead. And you can start to hear the dull murmur of townspeople chattering and going about their day-to-day business.
I hear the general murmur of townspeople chatting and going about their daily business.
Oh my god. Never gets old. Alright, and so I've brought you across to a new map. Now, the cavern that you're wandering through, it's like the inside of the mountain is kind of strange in that rather than it being solid rock, it's like it's been made out of thousands upon thousands of rocks that have been kind of fused together. So that's kind of what you can see here is the rocks that you're moving around. I did borrow the basis for this map off of Incarnate and cloned it. I can't remember the person's name right now, but we'll be sure to put it in the synopsis notes. And then I changed it for my own purposes, edited some things. It was in a forest before, it's in a cave. So you'll notice the Worldrender party token is there just to save having 50 million tokens. We've already got 50 million tokens on the map. As you're heading into the village, there's a small busted up kind of cart tucked off to the side. Akak will kind of point it out and be like, yeah, this is one of the reasons we go out solo. The last time someone tried to get out, that happened. They barely got the cart back. And he'll point out a few things around the village. He'll point out as you're heading in off to your right, there's a place called that's called Ferret's Forge. It's run by one of the little lizard guys. He was in an accident and he's lost both his legs, but he gets around on a wheelchair thing, and he's still quite skilled with the forge. Off to the left are a couple of the local farmhouses and residences where people live. Far around to the left, you've got the float light up. Top left, you've got the Frozen Worm. That's the local tavern and inn. Just up around, you can see as you're walking past Ferret's Forge, Gotharg's Goods is which Akak also points out is the general goods store, and it's up on the next level. So that ridge at the back of Ferret's Forge, where the forge is set into, is about the same height as the shop itself, and then the goods store is on the next level up. Then there's another level up, and he points out the temple, which is dedicated to a Kanthanak. There's also a giant statue of him in the middle of the square, but from what you can see of the statue, it's not exactly what you expected. A Kanthanak is not the dragon that you met. He is a dragonborn with wings. So you see that, and he'll also point out that King's Home is where the king lives, and that's up in the northeast corner of town. There's a bridge that crosses the frozen river, which connects to the lake, and a little boathouse near that, but it's obviously not functioning at the moment. As you're moving through, you'll see most of the residents that are working and that are going about their daily business are in fact kobolds, but they're blue-skinned instead of red. And then there are also several other species getting around. There are some dwarves, other gnomes. There are a couple of goblins even, some halflings, and a hobgoblin or two. If you walk past the general goods store, you'll see an adolescent bugbear kind of sitting around out the front, moping a little bit. There's in the center of town, around here, you can see that ice patch with all the slightly smaller tokens. They're mostly kobold, but also a halfling and a goblin. They're children playing. There's an elderly dwarf couple sort of sitting up on the ridge above them, sort of like just watching over the play area and talking. So this is... they seem to be just like kicking a ball around between them, not competitively. They're just like, throwing it around and kicking it back and forth between each other. Akak will explain that the town is called Zazith Tilson, and it's been here for about 20 years or so since the king founded it. And with that, folks, it's 5 to 11. I think we're going to wrap here, and knowing that coming into next week, you've got a town to explore.
Nice.
Yay.
Just on the off chance, how many hit points did that thing have left?
Why?
Huh? I was just curious if it ran away
It was
after one.
It was literally two. It was 2/3 dead. You had about 50 hit points left. Like if you'd hit it with another fireball like that, it was fucked.
Mm.
If anyone had hit it with another fireball, it was fucked.
Yeah.
Elric thinks buckets should get plot armor. So what was that, Fizz?
I was excited to explore the city.
Yeah, should be fun.
I hope that we don't like hand wave it,
Yeah, no, we're here for the city, here for the town. There's stuff going on here. There's shops, there's a temple, there's potential things to do. So yeah,
sort out some hardware, maybe get myself some smith's tools and some,
possibly
throwing tools, and
have a chat with Ferric. Maybe they can sort you out. Yeah, so should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've got loose plans for what I've got in place. I'll flesh them out a bit more through the week. I threw most of this together yesterday. So, I already had the lead idea of Akak waiting for you in the cave to bring you back to meet the king. But that was about it. So I fleshed it all out to this last night. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Very much appreciated. Thanks for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you back here next week, and we'll explore the village.
Peace out.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
See you.
Thanks, guys.